I will be the first one in my family to attend college. It's a huge responsibility. I feel so proud of it. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm excited, I'm scared, I'm frightened, I'm nervous of all these different feelings that I have right now. I'm just ready to close my high school cycle and to move on to college. I applied as pre-med because my intentions as of now is to go to medical school.
Wow. If there's one thing I can say back to high school Ruby is, so it's like she had her whole life figured out, but at the same time, she didn't realize how things would change. When I came here freshman year, first semester, I was in health classes. So I was taking biology, chemistry, but I was also taking a GE and a Writing 140 class, and I realized that I was enjoying my humanities classes more. I could put my own ideas into it based on what I was reading, based on the class discussions. I started seeing all these connections, and so for me, right away, I knew that there was something. And then in December of 2012, I went to Japan with 12 other topping scholars. All of a sudden, you're getting ready to go to Japan, you're like in the plane's about to leave, and there's a part of you that's like, I don't want to go anymore, like I don't want to leave my family. But it made me grow as a scholar because
Arigatou gozaimasu.
I just started asking so many questions. Well, why is it? Why does it have to be this way? It provided me with an opportunity to see things differently. And it offered me a new perspective of thinking, of analyzing, of seeing the world.
We are here in Hiroshima. How do you feel?
So I actually do feel excited because I was talking to Philippe and he said that it makes us think who we are as Americans.
After going to Japan, I realized, like I need to broaden myself, and I really, really want to get to know other cultures and see the interactions they play. Fall 2014, I went to Madrid, Spain. It was just amazing because I grew a lot, not only as a student, but also as a person. Looking back, I had no idea where I would be right now. I thought that, college would just be about getting good grades, learning material, memorizing it, that's it, moving on. I always thought that research only applied to science. I met Dr. George Sanchez my freshman year.
It's amazing the strides happening in the field, but the reality is that there just needs to be a lot more people in it.
And he told me, professors engage in research. We're scientists, we're investigators, we ask questions and we try to find solutions. Gender was something that spoke out to me, but after reading it, I think that it wasn't that she was left out, but I think that it just didn't really fit into what the book was trying to say. And so that's how my journey began. I live in Watts. I was born and raised there. African American culture or Black culture has always interested me, and it's impacted me because that's part of the culture that I also grew up on, aside from the Latino culture. The current research that I'm working on right now has been developed over a course of 2 years. It's looking into feminism, particularly third wave feminism in the United States, as it relates to women of color. It started off with a simple question of how does an individual negotiate feminism? Back home, before coming to college, I was always bombarded with all these questions about why can't I just because I'm a woman, or what is a feminist? All these questions that I hadn't really been able to answer up until now that I decided to do this research. Even though I have an older brother, I am the first one from my family to go to college. It's been a really powerful experience, not only for me, but my parents as well, because I've grown so much as a person, but I feel that they've grown so much too. I know my dad at first, while I was getting my college acceptance letter, he couldn't really understand why I was so happy. Like, no one had done this before. He had never experienced this before. And so for him, not knowing what was gonna happen, you're just gonna leave us and forget about us. But now he's seen that everything that I've done, how much I've been able to experience thanks to higher education, he's just really proud. Being a first gen, particularly here at USC, has been a blessing, an utmost blessing. There were times where I did have the imposter syndrome, which is like, I don't belong here, I'm just another statistics, they want to increase their diversity. And now I've definitely noticed that now I'm much more assertive. It's like, I know why USC chose me, I know what I have to contribute to the university, like I know I'm capable of doing this. I feel like my undergraduate experience here has prepared me thoroughly for what's next. I'm planning to work first before going to graduate school. And I'm hoping to continue growing as a person, to continue learning. I've been blessed with having the guidance of many people. USC has taught me a lot about myself, especially just knowing that no matter how hard things get, I can always bounce right back.